It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 56 rematch. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, and when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A carry here for Brown. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 14 on that hookup. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
2nd down, Burrow. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. A first down throw for Burrow. That's to his tight end, Eric All.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down and 3. Burrow. That's complete. It's Yoseva. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. What a move! He's in! Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. the TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Rams offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Brown, and he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Putting the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Brown. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. First down throw there is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
First and 10. Cup in motion. On first down, right back to Williams. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Second down, it's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
It is 3rd and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. On play action, it's Stafford. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is a big play for L.A. An even 40 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Stafford now to throw on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To the air again, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That's taken in by Higbee. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, L.A.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Cup in motion. To the end zone. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine Pratt. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end, and he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He'll get that to all his tight ends. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. To throw is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll run. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
McPherson now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bengals move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to keep it himself. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That's out wide. They're trying the tight end screen. Now he's loose again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that. But these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space. And he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Bengals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now Brown. Room to run inside the 40. And he will score again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Pass pulled in by Herbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Burrow here on 2nd down. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he'll be taken down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Burrow. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He finds Kupp along the out route. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
It's complete. He's got Kupp. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. To the air again, Stafford. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The home team's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this out to the 23. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Burrow now. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that will lead to a 2nd down. He'll run here with Brown. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Really nice job by the secondary. It's clear the offense was trying to put some layers and take a deep shot to pick up this 1st down, but with nowhere to go, the quarterback's got no choice but to check the ball down. They do a great job tackling in space and keeps him short of the 1st down.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game, under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw is Stafford. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Stafford. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard, the Cincinnati Kid, in to bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Stafford. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. It's another run here for Williams. Credit him for trying to escape. The defense, though, was on that. And finally, they bring him down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Higgins sent in motion. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. That's complete to all the tight end.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how much the pass rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And this is going to be a Rams first down as he gets this up to the 28-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll go again with Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, it's Williams. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and 2. Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Burrow now to throw on first down. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On first and 10, Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
On first down, Burrow. 11 yards as they move the chains.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They bring Chase in motion. Back to throw, Burrow. That one incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Here's a designed run. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Rams offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That is caught downfield by Cup. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Over the middle, it's Cup. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
A give left side. Here's Williams. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. That is caught. It's Robinson.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been. And it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execute.
Sean McVay disagrees on the sideline, and he's throwing the red challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if two were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams cut into the lead a little bit.
42, Rams 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's Brown. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. On the ground, it's Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
A carry here for Brown. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Pass caught right side by Higbee.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, Stafford taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bengals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Burrow here on 2nd down. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're all set to kick this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Stafford gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a first down throw for Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
Stafford to throw again. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. To the air again. Stafford. He finds Hupp along the out route. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Still second down.
Throwing again is Stafford. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
One last throw here for Stafford. That's deep for the back of the end zone. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.